Okay, this is a continuation of a video I started on the 17th, but anyway, a few issues with bits and pieces, mainly interface of all the heater and bits and pieces under the dash, broke a couple of switches, all sorts. Anyway, so sort of with the body on, I'm going to pause it, then put the back on. So there's the back. It's still got a little bit of a silencer issue. The left hand side's an inch higher than the right, so when I take it off to paint, I'm going to have to set the angle of the pipe and, you know, just sort of get it right. So one's got to come down half an inch, one's got to go up half an inch. The fixings I was going to take through in two pieces, but I've decided one. Holes are fine, so I'll be waiting when the next delivery comes, or the last delivery comes from Alan at Trike. I'll get a little bit more tube and do that. I must say now, Alan has been total brick. Not only has he helped me with the kit, he's helped me with advice on welding. Just outstanding service, how it should be in this country. I wish it was like that with everybody else. Dash now finished, so I've done the Triumph. That's the best I can do with it. So what I've done is taken the Triumph label off, and just left the segments underneath, put a new bit of plastic on, and then with some white letraset in 3mm, about the last sheet I think in the whole world. I managed to order it about 6 months ago. You can't get it anymore, so that was there. And again, I've used the letraset on the round dials for the demist and wiper. The headlight is symboled as it came from the supplier, so everything round on the dash. As I said before, I didn't like the hazard, but it works, which is the main thing. So there you go. So that's all there with the steering wheel in. This is just the screen temporarily up. This is a high screen, so because I'm 6 foot, well, I used to be 6'2", but now I'm seemingly 6 foot and about ½ inch. That's why I have a bad back. 1.5 inches is obviously compressing on my spine, so inevitably, as I need from time to time, back brace on today. So that's the 70mm higher screen that I ordered via Alan, and obviously I'm going to make up the sides. I'm going to do them again to avoid too much shiny stuff. I'm going to be doing those in black, so we go the yellow bodywork, black sides. So I've got some ideas, and also I'm going to build some form of fixing for my hood, which will most likely be, it will fix down or clip on, and then there'll be a bar, I think, over here, which will have the tonneau cover wrapped on. So the bar will be hooked in at the middle and at the sides of the existing structure, and then it will be stretched back here. This is about an inch higher, the hood frame, not roll bar, hood frame, about an inch higher. The rack will go on, and basically there'll be a fastener coming from the middle down to the rack and back here, where I'll be ordering some very, very little sailing cleats. So you'll get a 3 or 6mm cord, which will tension the hood. So when I'm getting in on the driver's side, the front will be fixed. This will be flat back. That'll come over. You'll get it tensioned in the middle, and most likely again I'll put one of the cleats down the side here, little locking cleat, sailing locking cleat for any dinghy sailors amongst you. Very, very tiny. They're only about 30–40mm, and that will go on somewhere either down the bodywork. Have to see where I can turn round to, just to quickly cleat that down, pull that one, cleat that up, and that will tension just the half hood. In other words, it's just fabric that goes from the screen to here. There's nothing down at the back here or anything, so hopefully in rainy conditions that will keep me dry. So that was that. Moving round to the front then. So I got the exhaust on. There's the under bonnet now in its entirety. There's my little whiz of the toolkit with the yellow. That's just obviously that there. You can see here what's going to happen is once it's painted, trim will go on here, and I'll just marry up, do a bit of trimming, so the trim hopefully meet a little bit out in the corner there. But welding's not good, mainly because, talking to Alan, you know, my fabrication is a little bit rushed, not very thought out, planned. I'm not a good planner, I'm not an engineer. I sort of, you know, have these thoughts in my mind and then sort of get some metal and start cutting and welding. Very, very, very tight under there in this area here. in the wiring. You can't see most of it. This is where I broke 2 switches. Very, very tight. Demister all works. You might be able to see it. Oh, hang on. Let's go under here, see if you can see it from underneath. So basically, let's see. Don't know whether you can see it, but there's the bottom of the fan. Basically, that goes up with a bit of 4-inch trunking, and coming into the demisters. So that should keep the IBA man. Obviously, you get more of more flow at the end here, coming up into this part of the screen, especially the driver's side into the line of sight. So hopefully that will please him. Certainly hot air comes out of there. And that was with the quite a large blower and a 150 watt heating element from a cheap 12 volt hairdryer. So that's the, as I said, under bonnet. That's how it's all laid out. Got all the fuses in here. There's the bike fuses, obviously, and the car fuses, the CDI unit, so all reasonably accessible. That just comes out, so for servicing, etc. All the wipers work, just as I said, do that. And you got this, so all reasonably tidy. So I've tried to minimise the amount of wiring that you can see, you know, on the front there. So I think we've seen that. So what I'm going to do is just pause that, put the bonnet on, and just continue on for that. Cool. So quickly put the bonnet on. I haven't screwed it on, so that get you an idea. Pretty close. Now, why there's a bigger gap here than that side, don't know. Measured everything. Everything seems to be right on my part. That's exactly the same. I think they're all like that, sir, is going to be the answer to that question. And quite frankly, it doesn't really bother me. It is a handmade car, and you know, you're going to get that, I think. So I was very pleased, because remember, I built this before I got the kit car, before I got the kit. So I built this from guesswork, photographs on the internet, etc. So that's not a bad bit of guesswork. As I said, why that is there, I might have a look at that and see whether I can just jack up the back a little bit and just get that a little bit better. So I haven't made up my mind what I can do. I think I can get that a little bit better just by jacking up, but I've checked all the measurements on this, and it's flat on the base and it's flat on there, so don't know. So haven't worked that one out yet, but I'll most likely fiddle with that and see whether I can get that. And there you get the screen. Just a couple of quick cardboard cutouts, and that will be my next task. Quite looking forward to that, fabricating up the surround to take that. Cool. Okay, so give me another video whenever. Sorry about the delay in between, but I kept saying, shall I do a video? No, I'll do this. No, I'll do this. So hope everybody approves. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's one other thing. Just like my tools neat. So bottle, got a nice German rack, and there's a spare lithium battery starter pack and tube to go with the tools at the front, so I can actually plug and repair the back, jack the car up, and I've got spare tubes or puncture repair kit for the front, so I am self-contained. Also on this, what I'll be doing, once I get the upholstery done and measure it, I will build a frame here, and there will be 2 round pads, I think, in the in there. I don't know, no, it won't be, because that's too far back, isn't it? Just going to say my head's going to be here. No, I don't think I will. That'll just complicate things. That'll look crap. Well, I think so, especially with the angle where I've got the frame, and I wanted the frame to go right at the back to give me the maximum coverage. Cool. Okay, guys. Cheers.